Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. Back here today, breaking down this Monday slate. Got a 9-game slate. Before we do that, let's jump back to Sunday. We had Zach Wheeler and Jack Flaherty do very well for us pitching. Toronto stack fell a little bit short. Got a couple hits for us here, but Boston came through. Sam Travis hit a homer. Chris Owings was pretty well, and then the Michael Conforto mentioned as well. He did go yard in the first inning, which was really nice to see. Helped us jump into the cash lines. So with that being said, let's jump into today. We got 4 pitchers above 10K, and I'm going to be incredibly happy to fade all of them. I don't think any of these pitchers are must plays. Wade Miley would be my favorite, but 11.2K for a player that has been in the 9K range this entire season is not what I want to see. It is not what I want to pay up for. Those are like Max Scherzer numbers, right, or like price tags right there. So I don't want to pay up for that. My ace today is going to be Zach Gallen. Colorado's terrible on the road, coming to Diamondback Stadium. I think he's just going to pitch an absolute gem. He's been incredibly well if we just look at these previous games here. I mean, he has just been absolutely incredible. And since getting traded to the Diamondbacks from the Marlins, I think he's just really elevated his game. I think he's just going to be in a great spot tonight. And we're going to want to get some really good edge with all the bat stacks that we're going to want to pay up for today. So, with that being said, second pitcher is going to be Brian McKay. His K upside is like through the roof. 7 and 8 Ks in a lot of these matchups. Strikeout machine going up against a very soft Seattle offense. I think this is a great spot for him. I mean, he's put up incredible numbers against Baltimore, Texas, Boston. So I really think this is a good spot for Brendan McKay. So I think both of these pitchers are actually going to be really chalky. I can see Bauer being a cash game play, but I really want to take advantage of a few spots here for bats. One being the Houston Astros going up against Edwin Jackson. He's going to get absolutely murdered tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. And then the other one is going to be it's going to be a mixture of a few. But there's at least a few spots that I need from this Houston lineup today. One of those is going to be Michael Brantley, 5K for a left-handed batter. I think this is a great spot for him here today. Don't really want to pay up for Yordan Alvarez. I think it's a little too expensive at 5.8K. But I can really see fitting in Brantley and Josh Reddick here today. I think you need a few pieces, and I really like both of these from the guys from the left side of the plate. I think it's going to really help diversify the lineup here today. Now, another spot that I like is going to be the Washington Nationals going up against Trevor Williams. Really soft matchup for this team today. I think Adam Eaton gets a really good boost here. I really like Adam Eaton and Matt Adams. I like both of these guys here today. Really think you can see both of them go yard tomorrow. Just with the fact that the Nationals put up 14 runs, they've put up 30 runs in the past 2 games against Milwaukee. They're on a roll. They're looking to make a playoff push here, so I really think this is an incredible spot for the Washington Nationals here today. Now, last stack that I do want to take advantage of, just getting a few players there, is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against Kyle Freeland. I think you can get a few guys in here today that are really going to help push your lineup to the next level. One of those being Eduardo Escobar. I think Escobar hitting from that side of the plate really gets put in a prime spot. But before that, let me mention Wilmer Flores and Eduardo Escobar can play from the third base spot. So I think getting 2 from each of these 3 teams is really going to help diversify the lineup here today. Don't really like a full Houston stack, but I really like Michael Brantley. I think you can play Carlos Correa if you don't want to, but Brantley's numbers over the past, 7 games have just looked incredible. He's been hitting .335 average on the year, almost 10 fantasy points per game. So I really like these guys, as well as Matt Adams and Adam Eaton from the left side of the plate going up against Trevor Williams. I think this is a great spot as well. And then, like I said, Wilmer Flores and Eduardo Escobar, I think are in great spots. Mixing that in with the pitching power of Zach Gallen and Brendan McKay, who is just been incredible. We have the Nationals at a 10 over-under so far with what's released. And the Houston Astros are at a 9 over-under. So it's kind of a soft matchup. The Diamondbacks haven't been put out yet, but I really think Washington's going to be the top stack today. Matt Adams is going to be the dinger of the day call and thumbnail of this video. I think he's going to go yard again for 2 times in a row. The only other player I can see playing from this team is going to be Trey Turner. I think he's in an incredible spot as well. But for me, Matt Adams is going to be the dinger of the day call and thumbnail of this video. With that being said, this is what my lineup is going to look like come lock tomorrow. Hope everybody's enjoyed the breakdown. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, head on over to Twitter, follow us at @FantasyDigest_, and do not forget to go ahead and check the website out, thedailyfantasydigest.com. Go ahead and check it out. We have a bunch of apparel designs that have launched. Go ahead and pick one up. Support the podcast. Would really appreciate that. If anybody would go ahead and do that, that would be awesome. Hope everybody has won some money over the weekend. Hope everybody wins some money on Monday, and we'll see you on Tuesday for another breakdown here on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.